Well, we've done it again. We've entered a drag and drive event with 30 days to go.
Well, except there's only 4 days.
There's now only 4 days and we've done nothing to the car.
Oh, we tested it. We gave a little bit of a test. You've wired up a 2-step button.
It's got a 2-step on a button. That's kind of cool.
That's a fair bit of work, like in and out from the computer. So.
Yeah. Set it up in the Holly.
Yep.
Get some turnaround.
Exactly. And that hacker man thing in there.
So we've taken my car, which is probably not as exciting as the VK was, but should be faster.
Well, so far it is. If you take the testing, yeah. So we just went and gave it a bit of a wash. Chucked a fat lap, tested on it at an approved test location, even scaled it. Hell yeah, brother. Yep. Where's it say the weight? Do. What's this big girl weigh? 1.82.
She's a heavy girl. 1,800 kilos with me in it. So what's that like? 4,000 freedom units?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah.
I'm not real good with the quick math.
Yeah.
So we're going to get it into drag and drive trim at the moment.
Yep.
So Matt's got a set of wheels and tyres that aren't any better looking, but
oh no, they look
they're
terrible,
all the same.
but they match.
Yeah. And the slicks we've got, which are the ones we had for the VK, so the 225.
So we don't know if they're a little small for this, but they're the right price. I couldn't afford to outlay $700 on top of the price of the event, so we're going to run what we got.
Yeah, and it's only 8th mile, so even if you're banging off limiter in 3rd gear, it's going to be fine.
Which I don't think I will be.
No, it should be a good thing. They change some wheels around.
Yeah, might have a little look at what the car's all about too.
Yep. Add some heavy breathing.
It is just a canned LS1. 5.7, 241 heads, just stock.
Red valve covers there.
Obviously we had to do wrinkle red because, well, that's what the Skid Factory fellas said. It's the best, so we're going with that.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's OTR, twin 2.5 exhaust, extractors, all the shit you do to a NA LS.
The important part is it's got a Holly Terminator X on it. X Max even.
Yeah, so it's run Holly Terminator X Max. Eddie's wired it all in. I looked on in awe as he had the wiring loom across his lap on the VT chair in the shed and just hacked into it. But it came out good. It started first go. Holly Terminator, it's the way to go.
It's the way of the future.
It's, yeah. I don't know why anyone would muck around with standard OE computers. They just can't do what an aftermarket computer can do.
Yeah, well, considering it's made to work with an LS.
Yeah.
And you're not having to trick the computer into doing what you want it to do.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So, what I really want to do with the car is run a 10-second quarter mile in basically street trim. These are the dreadful wheels I found that actually all match. I've got enough that I can run my front runners, and then we've put the slicks on these. They're just a 15x6 alloy off like a VT Calais because that's what I have out the back and we get all the parts off. And I have 10 of these wheels and I only need 6. So yeah, once we do the racing section, we'll run the slicks, which Eddie's putting one on now. We're going to go and do a test hit, even though we probably shouldn't. And then for the road section, I've got another pair just with 205 15s on them. That'll do. That way we don't have to change the fronts. And they look horrible, but at least they all match.
Them 15s though.
Only 15s, but I keep them clean.
They're too sticky.
I can't even with the front brakes off.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
Holy Jesus.
You're gonna have to edit that to get all my cackling out of it. Holy, that's got some punch.
The traction control is definitely not needed with those.
Oh, we're gonna have to see a chiropractor. Jesus.
So, those little tyres that I wasn't sure about are bloody awesome.
They did a good job on the VK, which obviously it had less torque, but they certainly stick up once you start trying to smoke them up. So
we went and did a little test, and the first burnout, I pressed the button that blocks off the back brakes and smoked them up. Then I gave it a little launch, no two-step, and it felt pretty good.
Yep.
So we come back down to another spot on the way home, and I pressed the button for the back brakes and tried to do a burnout, and it just pushed me straight through. I thought I'd stuffed up and not done the right thing.
Yep. No, they're very sticky as soon as they're warm, which is obviously the point of them.
Yeah, they definitely do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, so with the second launch, with traction control off, which so was the first one.
Yeah.
And the two-step button, it looked very well. So.
Yeah, I could probably turn the two-step up a little bit. I've got the two-step set at about 2,000 revs, and it's a 2,500 stall. Yeah. So I've got probably another 500 revs to play with.
It'll be interesting with the axle ratio in the smaller tyres, see what we can actually force out of it with that converter. So,
speaking of axles, we might have to just go and get some spares from Taylor Drift's house.
Yeah,
he's got a cradle hanging in a tree. I feel like we probably should take some spares.
I think if they're free, they're definitely worth taking.
Yeah. Oh,
let's
do
it.
That. Cool. Apparently, axles grow in trees. Well, at Taylor's house they do.
They wouldn't have willowbank.
So those tyres are pretty friggin' good. So Taylor's kindly lending me a couple of axles. By lending, I'm just going to take them. And then when they break, I won't tell him. Anyway, let's pull them out. So do we need to write that on there? Oh, they are actually different lengths. That's good to know. So the actual shaft, the shaft would be the same, but the actual axle, yep. Oh well, lucky we picked up both. And this thing's supposed to be helping.
You help as good as your dad, mate, so don't stress.
Cool. Thanks, Taylor.
Go.
Commence.
You know? So we've done it again.
So George.
Yeah, Sir George.
Yeah.
It won't do a skid.
No, well,
that's with the.
they're semi-slicks. What do you expect?
It's pushing through the front brakes. The back brakes aren't even on.
Yeah.
I'm fully, and it's. Holy shit! I think we'll be okay.
I think you'll be fine.
I mean, I probably think we should go and get those axles.
Yes, I think you should go get those axles. Because it didn't even want to skid on that second time.
No, and I thought I'd fuck with the button.
No, it was just pushing through. Oh, holy crap, I should have had my headrest up. You're going to need your headrest up.
Oh.
Commence.
Alright.